Alright, this video here is a little cleaning video for the XD. This particular one is going to be the XD40 subcompact California edition, if that matters. So first thing I'm going to do is going to take it, point it in a safe direction, make sure it's not loaded. As you can see, it's not. There's not a magazine inside. So all you're going to do, there's a little piece right here. Once your slide is racked back, you're just going to take this piece, slide it upward, drop down the slide, pull the trigger, and slide your barrel forward. Or take the slide forward, I'm sorry. And then you take the recoil spring here. You're going to go ahead and push it down, and then lift it outward, pull it out. I'm going to take the barrel, take it out as well. Now, when I'm starting off the cleaning, before I put in any cleaning supplies, I'd like to take a toothbrush and just kind of get the little crevices, make sure any of the excess from my shooting session, just basically take out the dust and particles that the firearm had gathered. I'm a little finicky with all of my firearms. I like to clean them every time I go shooting, so probably a little excessive, but I'm kind of a believer that if you take care of your firearm, it'll take care of you. So set that one aside and take the inside of the gun. I'm going to do the same thing with the toothbrush. Again, I'm just taking care of some of that loose debris that probably gathered up when I was out shooting. Take the little lever here, I'm going to slide it downward. Okay, I'll get done with that. Now, I'll take the cleaner. I'm a fan of hops, as I've shown in some of my other videos here. Go ahead and just spray down the different pieces with the cleaner. And let it sit off to the side. Do the same thing with the barrel, do the outside. Try to get down where the slide area is. And there we go, I'll set that off to the side. Same thing with the barrel, do the outside, a couple squirts on the inside, set it off to the side. My recoil spring, spray it down, set it off to the side. Now, I'll just go down the line with each of the pieces. So I'll start off here with the recoil spring. First thing I'll do is just kind of wipe down the outside. Okay, and then once I get the outside wiped down, I'll go ahead and take the towel, fold it into my fingernail here, and I'll go in the area where the spring is, and I'm just going to keep my fingernail inside the springs, and I'm just going to keep turning this until I hit the bottom. Then I'm going to go over to little malfunction there, sorry about that. So then I'll go to the bottom portion, same thing, I'm going to just run my fingernail here, keep spinning until my fingernail reaches the bottom. There we go. Nice little wipe down there. And the recoil spring is finished up. I'll set it off to the side. Now, you know your first wipe down is going to have a lot of dirt and whatnot, so I'm going to go ahead and use the same towel. I'm going to start off doing the outside of the barrel here. You know, everybody has their different ways of cleaning. I don't think any way is perfect. This just happens to be my way of cleaning my firearms. I've had a lot of good luck. This particular firearm, I have shot it 7,545 times, and this XD, I'll tell you what, it's a great gun. I have not had to replace a single part on it. I have ordered a recoil spring, and it's not to say that this one has failed whatsoever. I'm thinking at the number that it's at, it might be a good time to go ahead and replace it. And with these recoil springs, they are pretty good quality. I have not felt the need to get a stainless steel recoil spring as I do with my Glocks. And I'm not downplaying the OEM plastic recoil springs with Glocks by any means. They last a while, and I'm probably one of the few that are really stupid and buying the stainless steel, but I just choose to do it. Gives me a peace of mind. So I go with it. So again, dirty towel. I'm expecting dirt to be inside the barrel, so I'm still going to use it. Use this little piece here. I'm going to go ahead and put it inside the barrel. I'm going to run it up there, go down. When I go back down, I like to kind of spin it, just get a little bit more of the grime. There we go. Do another spin. Now this is where I will take a fresh towel. This will kind of let me know where I'm at with the inside of the barrel. Today I went shooting, just shot it 45 times, or 45 rounds inside of it today, so it shouldn't be too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and slide it up. Same thing, I like to spin going down. And we're good there. And feel pretty good with the barrel there. There's the inside of it. I'm gonna go ahead and set it off to the side here. Now I'm gonna grab the slide. I'm gonna go ahead and use my fingernail just to get the inside of the slide here with the towel. Try to wipe it down. Get the whole inside now. One thing I can say with XDs, the inside of the XD all around is very good quality parts. Really can't think of any complaints. As far as the trigger, that's all subjective. More of a fan of the Glock trigger, but as far as parts and what I would see as durability, I mean, the thickness of the parts, really remarkable how great these guns are, especially for the price. A lot of the time they're about you can find them for over $100 less than a typical Glock, and really surprises me because these are just excellent guns. I haven't had any malfunctions, misfeeds. I mean, this thing shoots anything that I put through it. I was one of the guilty ones that would even use the old tool ammo rounds, the steel casing, and I never had a problem with those. I just started getting a little nervous after reading too many reviews and things about what they can possibly do to your firearm, and so it scared me away of it. If there is nothing wrong with tool ammo, then aluminum and brass, they sure do a good job to scare people. But I probably shot a couple hundred rounds through this firearm, and the tool ammo, gosh, it worked really good. So definitely left a little bit more dirt in the inside of my firearms. But with that said, being that I clean my guns every single time I shoot, I never have a problem with excess dirt. It just gives me something more to clean when I'm home and getting ready to watch a game or something. So now that I've got this wiped down, I like to go through it one more time. I'll take a Q-tip. I know it's a negative thing to a lot of people. I've never had bad luck with it. You just make sure you don't have any pieces of the Q-tip, of course, left inside your firearm when you put it back together. But pieces that I thought that I had done really good with my fingernail using the towel, as you can see, there's just a little bit more grime in there. And again, I believe if you take care of your firearm, it'll take care of you. So I'm very finicky with any dirt left behind. And this gun, for as many rounds as I put through it, I like to think that it can look as close to new as possible. Of course, you can tell that it's been fired and whatnot, but That's the beauty of owning the firearms. You have to love the hobby, and of course personal protection is a huge importance, but if you don't practice often, personal protection can actually work against you. I'd rather know exactly where my bullet's going to go every single time. So those that are against Q-tips, you can open your eyes now. I'm done with the Q-tip. So now I'm going to grab the bottom portion of the gun. I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of fresh towels. You could still use your same towel if you want. Just happen to grab these. I mean, it's my first wipe down. Being that I only shot it 45 times today, I don't think I'm gonna really need to go through a whole lot of towels. And same thing as before, I'm just using the towel to get all the areas that I'm capable of getting using the towel. And I guess if you're against the Q-tips, you might want to close your eyes one more time, because I'm going to resort back to the Q-tip again just to get a couple of those areas that my big fingers aren't quite so good at reaching. I'm going to take this slide, pull it up, just wipe down a little bit more inside here. Or not the slide, but this little lever here. Somebody will probably correct me and let me know what that piece is called. That's okay, I'm always willing to learn. Okay, here's where the Q-tip comes back in. Again, haven't had bad luck with them yet, so I'm just reaching into some of the areas that my big fingers couldn't quite get into. I like to do a detail clean where I'm taking the majority of the gun apart. I like to do those about once every 6 months, and this one I've only had to do it once. I haven't had the gun for too long. I just shoot a lot and really enjoy it. Okay, once I get all that wiped down, what I'll do now is take another fresh towel. And first thing I like to do, I'll roll it up. I'm going to put it inside this little piece in here. And then what I'll do is I'll take a few dabs of oil, take a little bit on each side of this towel. And this is just off of personal choice. Not a lot of people oil the inside of their barrel. I seem to enjoy doing it. Can't tell you why. I mean, everybody has a different way of cleaning. My way of cleaning has always brought me good luck. I haven't had any problems with any of my firearms, and I do like to feel that my firearms are very clean. I think that's really important. Okay, now with that same dab of oil, I'm going to go ahead and go to the recoil spring. And again, this is told to be a no-no for a lot of people. It's a very minimal amount of oil, but I just figure to keep the spring a little lubricated here. I'm using my fingernail and doing that little spin, going all the way down to the bottom on each top and the bottom. There's the dual recoil spring here. I'll set those pieces aside. Now for the top of the slide piece, I'll take a fresh Q-tip. I'm going to go ahead and dab on a little oil here, just on the top. And I like to get the little insides of the slide. Not too much oil, but just parts that you know you're going to be utilizing a lot. I'll get the little barrel hole here, and that's going to be it with the oil on that piece. Now when I take the bottom part of the gun, same portions that affect the slide, just kind of run it through here, go to the back. Now, this probably isn't needed. This feels like a real durable type plastic, but yeah, just keep it consistent. Okay, now that I'm done with all of that, that, I'm going to go ahead and put the firearm back together. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the barrel here and I'll put it in here. Make sure it's nice and rested flat. Then you're going to see a little groove right here. What I'm going to do is take the recoil spring, push it through the front, push it in until it reaches that little resting spot here. You can tell it'll keep everything nice and durable there. Now, one important thing, you want to make sure this little, gosh, I want to call it a switch, but somebody will butcher me for it. I'm going to make sure that that's pointed back up. And now I'm just going to take the slide, come on through. I'm going to pull it all the way back by pushing the little grip piece here. I'm going to go back. I'm going to push a little slide stop up to stop it, and then I'm going to take the lever, push it back down, slide it down, direction or safe direction, pull the trigger, and I'm going to finish just doing a little wipe down on the outside, just some of the excess cleaner that I have. Sometimes I'll go ahead and oil it, but I'm going to choose not to this time. The hops kind of has a nice little lubricant to it anyway, so the oil in this case probably isn't needed on any of the portions just because of the hops and how it works. And I still like that feeling of just a little bit extra oil there. Get the inside again, just dry towels. And that's it. That's cleaning up the XD. Nice look. Here's the inside of the barrel, if you can see it. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching.